Get the shit show on the road.
Let's play ball. It's game day.
We've been listening to a lot of Fallen in Reverse, so there's been a lot of that stuck in my head lately.
Well, speaking of piece of shit lead singers.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think Scott Stapp is a piece of shit. I think
he's not as bad as he's not nearly as bad as Ronnie Radke.
Yeah. No doubt. Strikeouts, base hits, double plays. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I did, but I think I just blew out my eardrums with that intro theme. That was really loud. Welcome to Beerfield Fantasy Football. I am at Hot BFF with two P's, as always, joined by my lovely co-host, Larry BFF, with two F's. Dan, welcome to week one.
Dude, we are finally here.
With no build-up at all.
I have my blueberry coffee. That's basically just like blueberry flavoring and some shitty coffee. But we're here. I'm wearing my very, very rare Stephon Diggs Vikings jersey. You will not see these out very much today. I have boozy brunch after this. We're going downtown and we're gonna eat and drink, and then I might stumble my way to the Packer bar to boo them excessively.
Nice. So. I've got some chocolate peanut butter Cheerios here, getting my breakfast on. Blackhawk shirt is because I'm going to play in a golf tournament with a bunch of Blues fans later this afternoon, so got to stir the pot. Which means I won't get to see a whole lot outside of the Sunday night and Monday night games, which kind of sucks, but for a good cause. So, without further ado, let's get into some of the happenings here as soon as I get my screen situated. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Actually, we need to do it this way. I was totally prepared except for the fact that I wasn't prepared. All right. Breaking last night, Miles Sanders is out. Boston Scott is in for Philadelphia against Washington. I'd imagine there's going to be some mix in a Corey Clement there too. How are we seeing this?
I am actually against most of Twitter on this. Not that I really want to play either Boston Scott or Corey Clement. It's really difficult for me to see a 5'7", 194-pound running back command like a 65 to 70% like opportunity count or opportunity share against a bad team. You know, Washington's not very good. Philadelphia is really banged up. Lane Johnson is also questionable to go, which is a starting left tackle. It's I don't think a team has been bitten as hard as Philadelphia has with their injuries in week one. But if I had to play running back and playing Boston Scott, I'm just not excited about it. I know what he did last year, down the stretch. He was, I think, a back in RB1. But that they were literally throwing the fucking fans in the stands. Chris Hopper lined up as their ex-receiver last year.
It's true. I did.
With DJ Primo.
And then I went out.
Leaving the Kansas City Chiefs as a third-string quarterback to line up as a wide receiver. It's guys, it was so bad last year.
And then I made like Jimmy Smith and went out with back spasms.
It's the receivers are better this year. They're healthy. Both Ertz, Goddard. You have Rager, Deshaun Jackson. You should hopefully see a lot more healthier Jaws. I think Boston Scott will get his own. I just don't think they're going to rely as heavily on the run.
Yeah.
Unless they get up. And if they get up, it's going to be Corey.
And I think that's why people like it is because of game script with, up against Washington. I think that even with a banged up Philadelphia team, it looks better than it did a week ago with Jalen Reagor making LaShawn McCoy-like recovery. And, he's going to play. Deshaun Jackson's healthy, and now all of a sudden you've got two of the wide receivers you were at least expecting to have to go along with Arcega-Whiteside. Both tight ends are healthy. So I really do see a scenario where you confused me with the Jonah Hill theme. Thing. I really do see a scenario where they do get up and it does turn game script happy to where I think I agree with you. If it goes game script, it's going to be more Corey Clement than Boston Scott. I'd expect more of a split than what I think a lot of people are expecting. It's not to say that Boston Scott isn't going to be usable in a flex position, but, I'm not excited about running out and being like, yeah, he's an instant top 2 running back this week.
Oh, God, no. I've seen analysts out there that have put him as, like, a top 15 back. And I think a lot of them do that just because if they're right, they're like, oh, guys, I got it right. But if they're wrong, like, well, you guys know I'm not here to set your lineups or not. It's like, you got to be reasonable when it comes to Boston Scott. And I do like Boston Scott. I do think he's more talented than Corey Clement. But Clement's got the body, he's got the size. And he's got the history within the offense. He's been within. And he's been
productive. Does anybody remember 2 years ago? So I mean, it's just a thing.
It's a thing. Don't get cute if if you're hurting with the loss of Sanders, the loss of probably Galladay, who's I think has been ruled out. If you have Mike Evans, you do not want to play Mike Evans, or if you lost Courtland Sutton potentially. I understand if you got to play him, but just, you guys, it's week 1. Don't get cute.
Mm-hmm.
It's all it really is.
Agreed.
Who is?
That's what I was hoping you knew. I haven't heard that.
I'm trying to think if there's a new nickname. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
JT. Oh, Boston Scott. It's probably Boston
Scott. Okay.
Bosco
stick. I'm suddenly hungry now. JT, Boston Scott, or Hollywood Brown and Flex half PPR. JT being Jonathan Taylor, I'm guessing.
Yes, I did be my guess.
I would
Taylor Thompson.
Probably go with Jonathan Taylor.
I'm torn between him and Malcolm Brown, or not Malcolm Brown, Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
Being that the Brown secondary is completely banged up, I don't think Grady Williams is playing today either. It's shaping up to be a potential week 1 miracle win again by Hollywood Brown. I want to play JT, and I think he's going to do well. I want to see what the touches are going to look like this week.
Yeah, and that's where
such a smash matchup. Though.
That's where it gets tough too, because we both expect that, or see a scenario where the Colts go up and you get a healthy dose of Marlon Mack and Jonathan Taylor. They're both used. They ride the hot hand. Hollywood Brown, we went a long time on Monday about that Cleveland-Baltimore game and how that can go about 3 different directions. And one of those directions is that Cleveland's offense still comes out a dud, and Baltimore goes up, and that's that. And, how much are they going to have to use Hollywood Brown? We saw the target share drop off last year, but he was hurt. So how is a healthy Hollywood Brown used regularly in this offense? And I think the crapshoot both ways. So when you hit that, give me the running back that tends to have a little bit more insulated value than the wide receiver, all things equal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. Like, if I felt more comfortable about what the snap share could look like and what the touch count could look like for Jonathan Taylor, I'd play him. And generally when you draft him as almost a top 3 pick, or a top 3 round pick. So, like, depending on how you finish the rest of your draft, you may have to play him as your RB2. Hopefully it's just your RB2.
Yep.
I think for JT, it's I think you're fine with either 3. I think Boston Scott has the same similar questions. I would expect him to see the more touches in that backfield.
I'm giving you an actual answer. I'm going Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
Sorry. I'll actually answer the question.
I'm going Malcolm Brown.
Okay. Marquise. Yeah, Malcolm Brown. Good Lord.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Good Lord.
Here we go. Running through some more questions. Alex against Stafford gets garbage time and is still playable. You think? Yes. I think Stafford is still very playable. Let's go ahead and talk about this Lions-Bears game. Okuda's out. Kenny Galladay's out. So Bears at plus 126 looks a lot better to me, first off, as far as the money line bet goes. But Galladay out. Amendola, I believe, was questionable. I haven't seen for sure whether he's going or not. This screams garbage time Stafford, Marvin Jones. Just start them both.
This This to me, TJ Hawkinson.
And TJ Hawkinson, yes.
We know how athletic he is. Forgot who the actual direct backup is to Galladay. We know it won't be Amendola plays the slot. It just depends if the Bears can take advantage of a bad defense.
Chris Lacey or something. It's something totally uninspiring.
Marvin Hall. Ryan from Loaded Box
is in
one of our favorite guys in the entire world.
Yeah.
He probably loves M43 more than I do. Marvin Hall. I mean,
again, insignificant.
We've seen Stafford get it done with less, so I am.
The follow-up question was pivot to Goff, Garoppolo, Carr, or Tannehill. No, I'm running with Stafford.
I wouldn't mind Goff this week. He gets to try. Well, he gets the Cowboys at home. It's one of the highest over/unders of the of the week. Could be a lot of scoring.
Yeah, I'm still conservative on Goff to start though. Just given
that's fair.
Given last year, I'm not out here week 1 predicting a bounce back to where Stafford, at least we know, is relatively consistent.
You can bottle cap flip it. Oh, bottle cap flip it. See what we get. Oh, heads would be the Lions. That's just the Lions. So play Stafford.
Yeah, go Stafford.
Welcome to Beerfield, where you get all your bites by a bottle cap.
By a flip of a bottle cap. Kenny Galladay, though, him being out does, I think, make Marvin Jones a very, very startable piece. And as you mentioned, TJ Hawkinson, too. Like, I am completely in on Hawkinson and Marvin Jones this week because that's where all the targets are going to go, and I think that they're going to have to throw a decent amount. So I have Marvin Jones plugged in about 7 different places.
Yeah, he's in DFS for me. I have him in every league that I have drafted him. Whether it be for draft or dynasty, he's probably in my lineup.
Yeah, I'm way exposed to Marvin Jones.
Yeah.
Because he was so disrespected.
He was. God, guys, come on.
Mike Evans has gone from doubtful to likely to play per Ian Rappaport, so he could be on a pitch count. However, I'm probably just steering away from Mike Evans.
There is very little chance, no matter who's on my roster, I would play them. I would play Mike Evans over him. Not only is he going to be on the pitch count, he gets Marshawn Lattimore. Like, he gets the guy that has caused him complete destruction and fits. Like, since he's joined the league, since Lattimore has joined the league, it's so. Don't play Mike Evans, guys. If I'm telling you, it's not even good for like a fucking Hail Mary. Just don't play him.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. There's you drafted him, but it's a situation where if he tweaks something, he's done for the day. He's gonna be on a pitch count anyway. We have Godwin more. We'll see how it splits out with the tight ends between Howard and Gronk.
It'd be sweet though if you do see more OJ Howard split out.
Yeah,
he's so athletic.
Well, and we very well could with Mike Evans if Mike Evans is on a pitch count. I mean, because you look down that depth chart, Scotty Miller and
Justin
Watson are both better served for the slot. So. I
can see them moving Scotty Miller out because he's also very fast. But Watson's also just he's built like a fucking truck.
But I'm not betting on any of that this week.
God,
so no, just stay away from Mike Evans. Another person to stay away from, Mike Williams. He's likely to go for the Chargers per Ian Rappaport or is out per Adam Schefter. So,
Yikes!
That was one I looked at this morning. Was like, well. Okay, he's either playing or he's not. Either way, don't go that direction. The same scenario as Mike Evans on an offense that we expect to be a lot worse than Tampa's.
Yeah, it's not going to, I like Cincinnati, but the Chargers have a really good defense, and they're healthy, actually, for right now. Sans, Darwin James, grip. This is going to be a low-scoring game, and I don't see Tyrod pushing the ball downfield if he doesn't have to. Like, those targets are going to be funneled to Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler with a little bit of Hunter Henry. Mike Williams can just go fuck off. For all I
care. N'Keal Harry's good to go for New England if you're into that sort of thing. I'm not running with N'Keal Harry in week 1. Dave Montgomery going to go in week 1 versus Detroit. I'd absolutely play him as a flex if you need to. There are better options out there, but Detroit's defense is atrocious, and the Bears could go up early in that one. So I'm completely on board with David Montgomery as a flex play. Justice Hill out for week 1 versus the Ravens, so that makes that backfield a bit less complicated. J.K. Dobbins, if you're for some reason desperate at running back, which you shouldn't be because running back injuries haven't been a giant bite this week outside of Miles Sanders. But, more so just be more confident in Mark Ingram. Other questionables of note are KJ Hamler and Cortland Sutton in Denver, Golden Tate out in New York. So Golden Tate being on the Monday night game. If you shouldn't be in a situation where you have to start Golden Tate, maybe pivot a different direction there unless you, for some reason, own both parts of Golden Shepherd.
It's also a really bad matchup.
Yeah, it's also a terrible matchup. So I'd pivot off of Golden Tate. As far as Sutton and Hamler go, that is the second Monday night game, I think.
Yeah, it's the late night.
So kind of the same thing there as far as if you need to pivot, do it. I understand Sutton's a little bit more complicated to pivot off of. Tim Patrick should be on waivers, and I would assume if both miss, we'll plug in. So, or even if Sutton misses, we'll plug in. So, I mean, if you do that, I would have Tim Patrick in your back pocket. We've seen him be productive in weeks where the Broncos have gone down wide receivers. Jerry Jeudy is a rookie. Noah Fant, also someone you could have in your back pocket. But make sure you put those Monday night guys in your flex.
Just be cautious. Like, the only one of true note is Cortland Sutton. I don't think anyone's running out KJ Hamler or Golden Tate in redraft leagues.
I hope not.
Dynasty, who the fuck knows? But hopefully not in redraft. Hopefully you guys have had.
Maybe you are running out KJ Hamler if he plays and Cortland Sutton doesn't. But
that's fair.
I'd probably bet more on Tim Patrick in that scenario, though. So
yeah,
just like I said, also have those guys in your flex, just so you have a little bit more flexibility in case something comes out early.
I agree. Oh, man, some of these lines have dropped. The Saints game is dropped to Jerry Jeudy, Ryan. Yeah, that's right. I think Jeudy would actually probably see run before Tim Patrick.
I do, but
especially if they're both out. Because if they're both out, it's going to be both Jeudy and Patrick, I think.
Well,
and then who knows at that point.
But maybe, right? It comes down to, do we like Jerry Jeudy? Yes. Am I betting on Jerry Jeudy in his first ever NFL game without any preseason, without any super positive or negative reports in camp, without really anything?
It's quiet for him.
Yeah. That I don't know. So that's the only reason I come out there. Gallup, Jeudy, or Jonathan Taylor in full PPR.
Oh, Gallup.
All
day.
Yeah,
all day.
It's Gallup.
Mari Cooper's banged up. Sunday night.
High-scoring game. Figures to be.
Again, it's one of the highest over-unders in Vegas right now.
You said Taylor's still right. I have Dak. No.
Oh, is that the same team? No, I would play Gallup regardless.
Yeah, I would too.
Between those three, you're playing Gallup.
Gallup, Dak, Stack. Yeah.
And it's just it's a lot more fun, and you already know what you're gonna get from Gallup.
Right.
And if he sucks, it's not our fault. No.
Yeah. If he sucks, remember. Well, that's not one we flipped a cap on. There is no real weather concerns. Minor chance of rain in Jacksonville and Buffalo or New York, wherever they're playing, but it's like below 20%. What you're really watching is the air quality situation out there in San Francisco. As of about 10 minutes ago, they are still going to play, but it could impact a guy like Tevin Coleman, who has a sickle cell trait, to where, he may miss because of that air quality issue. That was a concern that was brought up late yesterday. That is going to put Jerick McKinnon probably in line for a few more touches and up your value on Raheem Mostert this week. So,
dude, I love McKinnon this year, man.
Yeah, keep an eye on the air quality thing. I got some asking for a friends.
Oh, I was wondering what the AFAF or what the A4AF meant, but here we are.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
Jalen Reagor, Marvin Jones, or Leonard Fournette?
Marvin Jones with the Galladay.
That's what I have in. Sony Michel or Melvin Gordon?
Melvin Gordon.
I
think if they lose both Sutton and Hamler, I mean, I don't see Hamler affected at all, but if they lose Sutton, that could help to funnel some more targets.
Game script in Miami, and Miami's defense doesn't help you on the Sony Michel front, because that was kind of what I argued.
Sure, but he's also
dog shit. Yeah, he is.
He's also dog shit, and we don't. I don't want to play Sony Michelle. I don't. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm not. I am playing them in certain leagues that I have to. I just did it.
Sure.
Dirty. I feel dirty doing it.
Couple more not for friends. Jonnu Smith or TJ Hawkinson.
Ooh, Jonnu.
I'm probably gonna
against a bat against.
I'd probably go Hawk.
I think it's a true toss-up. Denver was bad against the Titans last year, if that matters.
Yeah, they were, but
they lost Chris Harris. They lost Von Miller to the season.
Tennessee was also passing like 20 times a game. And I think the Hawkinson without Golladay.
Bottle cap flip it. I feel like this is a big. I want to start both. To be honest with you, I want to start both.
Well, you're not starting both.
I know. I mean, unless you're, it's a tight end premium. No, I'm kidding. But I think both have similar floor and upside.
I'm on Hawkinson.
Yeah. Brian wants us to flip the bottle cap. Okay, we'll go heads again for the Lion for Hawk, and then we'll go the inside, which is just beer-ish on there for Jonnu Smith.
A bottle cap field fantasy.
Oh, bottle cap field fantasy. We got Jonnu Smith. The bottle cap,
Alex.
Alex, if you trust the bottle cap, it wants you to go Jonnu Smith.
If you trust me, you go TJ Hawkinson. We'll look forward to what you say on Monday next week.
Oh my God!
Because we did decide on Monday, right?
What's up, Nicholas? Then I'm so glad to be back here, guys. Ben wants to know Hollywood or Boston Scott.
You missed green light there, so let's go in order.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wait. Green. Oh,
yeah.
Right above him.
Yeah, Wentz or Newton.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm still going Wentz.
I'm going Wentz. Yep. Yeah, Hollywood or Boston Scott. It's Hollywood Brown for me. Full PPR.
Yeah, I'm going Hollywood here.
Yep. What up, Nicholas? Leave Jonnu in just in case I have Hawk on 2 other teams. Okay, all faith in the bottle cap.
All faith in the bottle cap. Dude, if the bottle cap does better than us this year,
this is going to be a new thing on Sunday live stream since we don't have Nick here to break a quorum.
Oh my God, that's true.
We use the bottle cap if we can't come to an agreement.
We don't need the phone a friend anymore. We just flip the bottle cap.
Bottle cap.
Bottle cap knows all.
Back to the Wentz Newton question though. Wentz has just been consistent. Yeah, that's what my brain did on that. Right. Wentz has just been consistently a top 6 or 7 performer. I think that he has some better receivers than he did at the end of last year, at least, with an equally bad matchup. So, Cam really playing his first game in about a year. So, yeah, just stay Wentz. I think that worst case scenario is they have some very similar days.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Newton gets a rushing touchdown. I mean, I know it's Miami, and all jokes aside, because I totally have money on the Dolphins in the money line.
Oh, I do too.
Go back to Wednesday's game for that.
You know what? I don't think I bet that one. I think that I looked at that one and said, probably
on
shouldn't.
The show. I don't dislike Newton this week. I
don't either.
Wentz hasn't really truly lost any of his main targets. Both Ertz, Goddard healthy.
He's
Deshaun Jackson week 1 is going to fucking smash. We all know.
Jalen Reagor is going to be healthy.
Reagor is healthy. There's a 2.5 clip of him reaching full speed, and he looks really fast. So
yeah,
he's still my heart.
Another asking for a friend. My last one: Corey Clement, Carlos Hyde, or Marlon Mack.
Oof. So did you hear reports that Seattle wants to go with a hot hand approach?
I did.
Yeah, like Lodabock had Ben picked Dolphins with confidence. Of course he did.
Of course
was
he did.
Drunk, Ryan, when he made that? Because I was totally sober when I said it. I go to Marlon Mack here. I think we know between these 3 who's going to get the most, the best chance for the most touches. And if Mack looks good, he could keep JT off the field.
Yeah,
especially if the Jaguars can actually keep pace for a couple quarters.
See, my argument with Carlos Hyde is that hot hand approach. So
yeah, but he's not going to start with the hot hand. If he was a starting running back, I think it'd be different.
That's true.
They're gonna roll with Chris Carson. It's gonna be in a dome.
All right, I'm gonna trust you on this one.
What now?
I'm gonna trust you on this one.
Okay, that's a bold move, Condos.
I'm changing. I actually had Corey Clement in.
I mean, I'm playing him in one league. I got a dynasty league that's in total rebuild, and I've lost.
Oops.
I lost Sanders.
I say I'm trusting you as I click on Carlos Hyde. There we go.
I mean, there's always the bottle cap.
No, I'm good. I don't need the bottle cap on this one.
I'm kidding.
Don't know how many Busch Lights he had. That's fair.
I'm sure there's some looking for friends. I stayed up. I slept in.
Matt Stafford had his contract restructured.
I saw that
because weird things come out on Sunday mornings.
Just like Tom Brady was being courted by the Bears.
Yeah. Yep, that was a thing.
That was the thing. They have anything else? I have to play Willie Snead in the spot. How bad is that?
I almost am in that position. I'm playing Jacoby Myers in stands.
So, and
thank you, Alex.
In my leagues, I'm playing Corey Clement and Carlos Hyde.
You as well? Oof.
Yeah, that's how bad it is.
Those are deep dynasty leagues, aren't they? That's where mine are.
Well, this is the one that I have on multiple occasions. I've gotten drunk and made a bad trades in. So this is my own doing. This is no one's fault but my own and the alcohol that I drank the night.
For sure. All right. Well, right at 10:30. Boston Scott or Kerryon Johnson?
Boston Scott.
Boston Scott. Yeah, but I don't care. Hey, we'll see what Kerryon gets, but go with Boston Scott. You know he's going to get something, even if it is early on.
Ooh, I got one for you.
Okay.
N'Keal Harry. So pick two. N'Keal Harry, Robbie Anderson, or the Viscous Chenault.
Probably Harry and Anderson, but I don't love it.
I don't either. This is for Scott Fish.
What did you do?
So I went heavy running back. I mean, I have slightly better receivers. I went heavy running back, and I have Geis, and I drafted Geis and Fournette. Thankfully, before those two, I drafted Derrick Henry and Joe Mixon.
Okay.
So I went heavy RB.
That was gonna be yikes for a second.
It is totally. It was yikes for about a minute, and then I got saved by Fournette going to a far better situation.
Blake, Le'Veon Bell or Antonio Gibson or Cam Akers, I think, if I'm translating right.
I'm going Lev Bell.
I'd go Lev Bell.
Look, you don't need to get cute with the rookies this week.
Yeah. And, you know, I say Lev Bell knowing that it very well could end up being Cam Akers. Gibson isn't in the conversation for us. We're not super high on Gibson week one until we see how that unfolds. You know, he's definitely rosterable. We're just not saying, yes, go run this guy out here who had a whole 33 carries or whatever it was in college.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, there's just no way. I think they'll give Gibson some touches. I just don't.
Yeah, I think Gibson's going to get some touches. I think Akers is going to mix in, but we don't know what the Rams are going to do there anyway. So let's just go. Yeah, let's just go Le'Veon Bell. Yeah. Well,
Lev Bell is going to be in mop-up mode. I mean, the Bills are going to put up points on the Jets, and it's going to be.
But it doesn't game script him out. That really game scripts Frank Gore out more than it does Lev Bell. So
it's going to game script up. It's going to game script in Lev Bell because all those targets are going to go to Bell, Crowder, and Herndon. Like, Darnold doesn't have mono, and he's not a bad quarterback. And he's got weapons in that short range for just, buttling targets and really easy catches too.
Gibson or Preston Williams?
Preston Williams.
Preston Williams?
I like again.
That's closer for
Gibson,
me.
It's just Preston kept pace in an equally as bad offense last year without no one knowing his name. He's not going to get Stephon Gilmore.
No, Parker will draw Gilmore. So he's going to get.
He also did pretty well against them last year. But either way, I still go with Preston regardless of format.
Yeah, he's going to get McCourty. So.
That's right. He's still.
Yeah. 77 to be exact. I'm just going to assume that that's talking about the number of Busch Lights that Ben had. So.
Probably.
No Lane Johnson for Philly. That is. I
mean, he came back.
Yeah.
I think they moved him to guard, and then he lost one of their tackles, and then he played anyway. Keenan Allen, AJ Brown, or Kareem Hunt as my flex
in a full PPR.
Brown.
You said Keenan Brown. You can't combine.
Allen.
You can't
I
combine
why
two
am I,
players.
Why are you letting me talk?
Cannot combine two players. Keenan Allen to start. We like A.J. Brown here. We like A.J. Brown here quite a bit. It's Tennessee's volume that we don't necessarily like. Game script wise, I think the Chargers are going to be in catch up mode.
Yeah. No, it's for me. It'd be Keenan.
Drew's going against Nicholas with Gibson, where he lost Sanders and he has Boston Scott
instead of Preston Williams. Well, maybe I don't know. If
maybe Drew.
Listening.
Maybe Drew
Drew's
should
probably
listen.
still listening, or Drew's probably still sleeping. It's 30 over there in the West Coast.
Maybe Drew should listen after he
he
loses to you.
And me.
Yeah.
I got him in one of my leagues.
All right. I gotta go to Collinsville in a minute because I've got a flask to fill.
That sounds.
So my struggle right now is half of my bourbon and half of my beer selection, if not a little more than half, is in Collinsville now.
Ooh.
And not all here with me. So I'm limited.
I got one more. I have this question in multiple leagues because I think I have them all in Superflex.
Sure.
Teddy Bridgewater or Gardner Minshew? I just want to hear.
I'm going Minshew.
I got them both split.
Yeah,
I love both matchups for both players.
I like both matchups for both players also, and I'm putting a lot of stock in Minshew garbage time this week. A lot of stock in Minshew garbage time.
Yeah, I think my stock is I'm putting in. It's the sneaky shootout that could happen in Carolina. I know Raiders suck, and I know the Panthers.
Yeah, but a Derek Carr, Teddy Bridgewater shootout's like with airsoft guns.
Dude, they're gonna funnel all their targets just so that they're like 10 to 20 yard range, and thankfully all their best players operate in that area of the field more often than not.
Yeah,
Ryan wants me to start making
slam a Bud Light. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
I got Keystone in the cooler, Ryan. You want me to slam one of those?
Atta boy.
No, I fucking.
We don't forget our roots here.
Yeah, we drink shit beer just because we talk about.
I'll be drinking Bud Select all day. I mean, that's just how it goes.
You can't shit on Bud Select, dude. That thing's it's like 2.5%. You're playing golf, man. You got to be on your game, and you're gonna be in a sea.
Well, I'm also bringing flasks of Old Tub and Evan Williams. Dude, Old Tub's good. Did you guys get any up there?
Mm-hmm.
Did you try it?
God, it's fucking cold. Like Aaron Rodgers here. I haven't had any yet. I think we still have a couple bottles left.
So, at an $18 bottle, I highly recommend it because it is very, very solid. If you don't get one, though, I have a bottle. You can try some.
Okay.
It's actually.
I mean, you are going to be closer than before here coming up pretty.
That is very true. In approximately 1 month.
It's exciting.
So
I'm excited for you.
I'm excited for me.
I have to slam a high life and start Trubisky in a dynasty league.
Oof.
DC has a good matchup.
Yep.
And everyone's healthy-ish. So
Ish.
I mean, you have Anthony Miller, who's not hurt yet.
Indeed.
Someone picked up Kalen Ballage in a dynasty roster or in a dynasty league, and I just about puked.
All right, I feel like that's a good thing to end this on.
Thanks again, guys, for coming on. It's good to see all the questions come rolling in. I do like the earlier start.
I do too. One or both of us will be here on Sundays every week. Probably won't always be 10 a.m. It just depends. We went a little early. Most of the time inactives and stuff don't come out until 11. We went a little earlier this week because of my schedule and where I have to be and when. But, that's not going to be an every Sunday thing. So sometime between 10 and 11 most weeks, though.
Yeah, I won't be here next week. Unfortunately, I got to work, but there could be some things going down the pipe where I'll get more Sundays off than you.
For sure. And yeah, other than that, we will be back on. Did we decide on Monday or Wednesday? We chose Monday.
Wednesday, right? Wednesday.
Oh yeah, because Monday would have been after 9
evening. Yep.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back Wednesday sometime between 7:30 and 8. I will be fresh off of a bourbon happy hour and pretty toasted, so be sure to tune in for that. We'll be reviewing week 1, previewing week 2. And yeah, a lot like we did on Monday, but maybe in a more efficient manner. So
probably in a more efficient manner. We'll have a lot more to talk about, so we'll try to digest things a bit quicker. I'm off the entire day, so I'll do my best to keep Chris not on the rails because we want him off the rails as much as we can.
Right. Ryan, no problem. And it is always hilarious when I'm hammered. None better than, I think it was week 8 last year.
I think, yeah, it was like week 10 or 11. I think your best percentages of hits came in the week you had no clue who you picked.
Yep.
I think you picked Cooper Kupp just because.
Don't ask me, dude.
Don't ask.
I had to go back and look at the notes to know who I put in where. So. All right. See you guys.
See you guys.